Jan-Krzysztof Duda and Hikaru Nakamura are paired up together in the Champions Showdown in St. Louis. On the second day, they produced a spectacular attacking game. This was the 7th rapid game between the two, and Duda had the white pieces. Duda opened with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, we have bishop c4, the Italian game, bishop c5 from Nakamura, c3, knight f6, d3, d6, both sides castled, bishop g5 from Duda, h6, bishop h4, a6 from Nakamura, a4, and we have g5. Nakamura decides to break the pin on the knight. So previously there was a game between Caruana and Nakamura in 2016, where Caruana decided to sacrifice the knight, knight takes g5. But Nakamura went on to win that game, and the extra material proved to be decisive. So in this game, Duda opted for bishop back to g3. So now bishop a7, just tucking the bishop back to safety. Knight b to d2 from Duda and king g7. Nakamura goes for a very direct plan of just storming on the king side. Rook e1 from Duda, we have knight h7, h3, h5, b4, and now h4. Bishop back to h2 and g4, very aggressive from Nakamura. So now Duda took, and knight f6, bringing the knight back into the game and not rushing the recapture of the pawn. So now Duda played the move g5. So another interesting try is to go b5. The argument between this move and g5 is that why lead the knight to g4 if that is where black is intending to go? So here there are three options for black. The first is to retreat the knight, say knight a5. After g5, knight g4, white can play d4 now because the knight is no longer on c6, and this closes the bishop's diagonal. So the second option is to take, but this is probably not so good. Here d4 again solves white's problems on f2. So the third option is to take on g4, and maybe this is the best. So this enters into a very forcing line. So leading to a very interesting position where it's not exactly clear who is better. So b5 is interesting, but here Duda opted for g5. But maybe not the most practical move, as this becomes quite straightforward for Nakamura to play. Nakamura now brought his knight to g4, which attacks f2. So rook e2 defending, and now f6 from Nakamura, attempting to just open up the f-file. This looks very unpleasant to play for Duda. Black's king is exposed, but there is no immediate way to take advantage. Duda goes b5, we have knight e7, g takes f6, rook takes, and here d4 from Duda, breaking in the center and hoping that it will give him some play. But here knight g6 played. We have knight to f1, a mistake which Nakamura now fails to capitalize. In the game, Nakamura played knight takes h2. So what Nakamura should have played is the move h3, and this is very strong. Let's say white goes knight g3. Now queen h8 causes problems for white. Now threatening this. But in the game, Nakamura played knight takes h2. So here, the ideal response would have been knight 1 takes h2. It's better to secure the knight and give white the possibility of meeting h3 with g3. But instead, Duda blunders as well. He plays king takes h2. And now Nakamura seizes the initiative h3. So g3 isn't possible because of the hanging knight. Duda tried to complicate matters. He played d takes e5. This pawn on d6 is pinned. So Nakamura retreated the rook. Rook to f8. We have knight g3. H takes g2. Now the knight is on pre, so Duda plays knight f5 check. Bishop takes, e takes, rook takes f5. king takes g2, protecting the knight. Nakamura now plays rook takes f3, forcing the white king up the board, where danger is lurking. And queen h4. Nakamura didn't face much issues in converting this. Duda now played bishop to f7, a desperate attempt to try and block the f-file. There are so many winning moves here for Nakamura, but Nakamura plays very practically. Here he captured the pawn with the knight, which forces some exchanges and reduces the complications in the position, but black's attack is still very strong. Here queen takes f2, king g4, Nakamura recaptures the rook, bishop h5, and here rook to f8. Queen d7 check from Duda, but white will soon run out of checks. King to h6, black is now threatening mate in 2. Rook here, king to h3, and rook h4 mate. So Duda plays king to h3. But now the final move, queen to e3 check, leading to resignation. So a possible continuation would be king g2, rook f2 check, king h1, queen to e4 check, king g1, and queen g2 mate. An incredible attacking game by Hikaru Nakamura. I hope you enjoyed this game, I certainly did. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and thanks for watching.